Hey everybody out there in Cyberland, Bruce Deary coming at you from Costa Rica. This is a funny story and I'm not sure I can tell it without bursting into laughter. Now doesn't that little dog look innocent? He came wandering on the property a month or so ago, and he was a street dog, and he was all skin and bones, and I mean you could see his ribs and everything else. So he fattened him up, and anyhow I called him Shadow because for some reason he took a liking to me, and he follows me all over the place. He's always 8 or 10 feet behind me for the most part. Anyhow, a couple of interesting things about this little dog. And I'll give you the tip of the iceberg first. You can see the Christmas tree there. I'm going to walk over and I want you to look at the wires to the lights. Can you see that tangled mess down there? Okay. Long story short, she ate right through the wires in 4 different places. That was the first mischief she got into. Then, after I walk over here, you can see that little table there. Well, that table had actually a pretty expensive clock radio that was sitting on there, and it had the electric power was to that light switch right there, and there was also a wire for an aerial. Well, this little critter, she must like copper, or he must like copper or something, because he not only chewed through the electric wire, alright, but he also chewed through the wire that was the aerial. So that's just the beginning of the story of this innocent little dog. Yesterday, I'm living for the winter in Costa Rica and staying at a bed and breakfast in Alajuela. And there are 3 or 4 residents in addition to the owner. And yesterday I went in and there's a group computer room. One of the gals was on the computer, and she says, "I'm furious at your dog." Well, he really isn't my dog, but in a way he's kind of adopted me. Anyhow, it turns out that this little critter had chewed through her flip-flops, her $50 flip-flops, her favorite ones, okay? Well, later that night we're standing in the kitchen, and she'd had a few drinks, and she says, "I'm about to tell you something that nobody else on the planet knows about." I said, "Okay." Well, what she was talking about is she wears dentures, okay? She has a full upper denture, and she has a partial downstairs, and I guess she spent over $100,000 on her teeth. Anyhow, New Year's Eve, she wakes up, and this dog, Shadow, rotates, sleeping with me and sleeping with her, okay? And when she goes to bed at night, she normally takes her denture out, her upper denture out, and puts it under her pillow. Well, she woke up in the middle of the night and she thought she heard the dog, chewing on a bone. Okay, so she turns the light on and gets up. Lo and behold, this innocent little dog had tunneled under the pillow, had found the denture, and took the denture and was chewing on it like a bone. Well, she jumped out of bed, and the dog ran outside. She couldn't catch up with the dog. And to make a long story short, she has been looking high and low, all over the house, behind the bed, around the property, around the pool, in the bushes. And this was several days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. Okay, and she still has not found the denture. So a couple of days ago she went to her dentist, explained the situation. The dentist couldn't stop laughing. And when she told me the story, I was just hysterical, absolutely hysterical. Anyhow, she's supposed to pick up her denture either today or tomorrow. And she says she normally doesn't like telling lies, but she was supposed to go to a New Year's Eve party. She wasn't about to go out of the house without her denture, okay? And there were a couple of other things she was supposed to go to for a couple of days, and she told people she was sick to her stomach and headaches and everything else. So she's literally been a prisoner in her own house because of this innocent little dog that you're looking at here. Okay, there's more to the story. Okay, she also wears a, not a lower denture, but a partial on her lower. Okay, so one night she apparently put the partial on her night table. Okay, she wakes up in the middle of the night and once again hears what she thinks is the dog chewing on a bone. Well, it turned out that Shadow somehow found the partial, had the partial in his mouth. She jumped out of bed, tried to pry his teeth open. Okay, the dog was just, it was her mouth, her teeth was like was in a vice grip, okay, and she couldn't get the teeth open. So she described it as she grabbed the little male dog by the balls, started massaging his balls, and all of a sudden he opened his mouth and he released the partial. Anyhow, there's something else in addition to that. I can't recall what it is at the moment, but anyhow, this little critter's got an appointment with a veterinarian on Friday, and he's going to be defanged, neutered, castrated, if you will. And that was the other little thing. This little dog is about the horniest little dog that I've ever seen. We have got 3 other dogs on the property. 2 of them are spayed females, and one of them is an old 15-year-old decrepit male hound dog. Okay, well, this dog has tried to do it with both the females, from the front, from the side, from the back, everywhere. And the other day, I couldn't believe it, he was humping this male dog, and anyhow, he's quite a little character. And I went to bed last night after thinking about that story, and I actually worked till 12 o'clock. When I got in bed, when I finally turned off my mind, I couldn't stop laughing, thinking about this dog stealing her dentures. Okay, I've been a little long-winded here, but I just had to share this story. Okay, I hope you're having a great day. Bruce Deary again, coming at you from Costa Rica. Bye.